Karen, the Red Baroness, and today I am going to be talking about a Columbo episode, which I find highly entertaining. It's called Try and Catch Me, 1977 episode featuring Ruth Gordon, and I found that it contains many nods to Ruth Gordon's work in the film Harold and Maude from 1971. The beautiful flowers used in the film and its promotional materials are used as focal points in almost every scene in the Columbo episode, Try and Catch Me. The promotional material from the film featuring a rope shaped into a heart is echoed in the scene at the Riviera Ladies' Luncheon, where Columbo is making his impromptu speech, and a lady's hat is featured in the frame with a heart on her hat band. Also, interestingly, in the audience of the ladies in the Riviera Club is a lady prominently featured wearing a yellow beret, just as Maude wore in the Harold and Maude promotional posters. The car driven by Ruth Gordon's character Maude drives in Harold and Maude is indeed a Riviera. Quite a lovely visual and symbolic tribute to Ruth Gordon's superb work. And also, interestingly, 24 days prior to this episode, Ruth Gordon starred in the show Love Boat, and during that Love Boat episode, she carried over the visual flowers used in Harold and Maude. Then, near the end of the Try and Catch Me episode, she also appears on a cruise ship where Columbo detours her cruise. So, let's look at some of the photos that I mentioned, and here they are. You see Columbo there at the podium, and you see the lady's hat there in the left of the screen with the dangling heart fob, which of course matches the little promotional poster below of Harold and Maude. And to the right, top right, you see the woman with the yellow beret, and below it you see Harold and Maude with Ruth Gordon's character Maude wearing the yellow beret, and then also you see the rope up above it making the O in Harold, and then you see the flowers with them both. And also you'll see here, directed by Hal, sorry, I've got a hair on my fingernail, Hal Ashby, and you'll see that echoed later too. Here we go, the individual pictures. And you see in Harold and Maude, you see the flower prominently featured in that. And then you see the flower featured here in the Columbo episode, just over and over. Here she is on the Love Boat episode, and she's carrying the flowers here. And there she is on the cruise boat with her, luggage here, and Columbo is giving her basically the information that's going to stop her from going on her cruise and be indicted for murder, or charged with murder, rather. And here is the Riviera, name Matt there on the threshold. And here is the Riviera used in Harold and Maude in the car chase. Interesting. And here is a poster from the movie Harold and Maude, and you see the flowers. I mean, you can't get much more prominent than that. There they are. Same flowers, or basically the same appearing flowers from Harold and Maude, and on the table in the Riviera Club at the Columbo episode Try and Catch Me. There she is with the flower in her hair during a Harold and Maude scene. And here's Columbo with his cigar, and he's flicking off the ashes into the ashtray, which, if you see this episode, basically the ashtray is the focal point of the entire Solve It scene, with the victim's keys, being in the ashtray, hidden by Ruth Gordon's character. And so I think that kind of echoes Hal Ashby, the director. And here you have Harold and Maude, and they're in the flower garden. And here you have Ruth Gordon's character and her her secretary there in the rose garden, which also that kind of echoes Rosemary, quote, Rosemary's Baby. She was also in Rosemary's Baby. And that's it. That's all I've got for now. But I hope you have enjoyed this talk. I have to say this was rather eye-opening to me. I just thank God that I can see the humor and the entertainment that is just jam-packed into this episode. I just find it highly entertaining, and I think that the writers did such a good job of intertwining all these things into their episode of Columbo. So if you like it, please hit the like button, and if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I'll have more Columbo episodes to come, which I think you'll find entertaining. And so this is Karen, the Red Baroness, signing off for now. Thanks, and have a great day.